Wow, sorry guys, I'm off camera because it's so windy. I was trying to wear my floppy hat today, but it's just too windy. Anyway guys, welcome to Practice Tea. Okay, today, carrying on with channel lock. Couple of variations that you can apply to channel lock if you want to. And one of those variations is an inclusion of some of the Mo stuff. In that, what we're saying with channel lock is to keep that trail leg bent, that foot flared out, so you can get a bit of turn in there. But if you don't want to do that, you can be conventional and you can just straighten that trail leg. If you don't want to have it bent like that, you can just straighten it. You can tripod it like Mo did. Just completely tripod the trail leg. And guys, one of the main parts of the mechanics of so windy, goes like 50-60 k's again, never ending. Teach you to be a good wind player. I am a good wind player, but not from here. Okay, now one of the really different parts of channel lock compared to conventional golf swings is that because we've got the golf ball back here, we want a straight line our takeaway, like just straight back from the ball. Okay, it doesn't happen to that extent, but that's the feel we want. If we took it straight back from the ball and we came straight in here like that, we just hit it over the camera. But the intention is that, guys, we don't want to have sideways in our golf swing. Because sideways in this golf swing, sort of lateral radial, loads this golf swing the wrong way. What we want to do with channel lock, and for anybody that's got trouble getting the ball in the air, you won't have any trouble getting the ball in the air with what I'm about to tell you. Conventionally, or part of the protocol is that we get here, we back foot it, and then we just take the club back like this with a normal, cocking of the wrists or hinging of the wrists. But I'm going to give you an option on that, guys, if you don't want to do that. This is what I call JB Holmesing it. If we look at JB Holmes, and JB Holmes is about the same size as me, no giant, the longest hitters out there. For a couple of years was the longest, and still right up there. I mean, he still pumps it like you can't believe. And what JB does compared to everybody else is that when JB takes it back, he wants to have in his mind the biggest possible arc that he can make in the golf swing. Now guys, in a conventional golf swing, if we take the club back like this and we cock the club up here, you look where the head of the golf club is. It's about whatever it is distance from the ground. That's the extent of the arc. But what if the head of that club, instead of being at that height, was at that height, or even that height? Now I won't get it back there, but JB does. What JB does is that JB straight lines it. He straight arms it and straight shafts it. Takes it back like that. And you see JB up here, a lot of arc up here. And then he just gets all his wrist cock on the download. He doesn't think about any wrist cock on the backswing. And I think sometimes, guys, for all of us in any golf swing, but particularly in channel lock, cocking the wrist, you have to, it's like trying to do something in a particular quantity of process. In a golf swing, because this cocking and the moving and all that sort of stuff is random, we will never do it the same. What I'm alluding to here, guys, it's much easier to do that as a feeling as opposed to that as a feeling, because I only have to cock that a bit early or a bit late and then unload it a little bit late because of that, and I've got a different application of the club head to the ball. But if I do this, if I basically took the club back like this, and just did that, I would do that the same 1,000 out of 1,000 times. It would be the same sequence. The club would arc itself precisely the same. You know, like the body never does anything the same, because we're not even designed to stand up. We're balancing, rebalancing. That's part of the structure. We're not designed to stand up. We're a scavenging, foraging, horizontal animal that's evolved into a vertical bipedal animal. And that's why we have this amount of articulation these days, guys, instead of that amount of articulation. Think about that. We're not designed to stand up. We're designed to crawl. You ever wonder why we only have that amount of articulation? Well, I mean that's. I mean, it goes to there, right? But it should go to there if you had proper use of your limbs. But that's just evolution. That's entirely a digression. But what I'm suggesting here, guys, is if we can get into our minds for a straight line attack on the golf ball, if we're here, if we think absolutely straight line, if we take everything in a straight line like that, just take it back there and forget everything else. I mean, I don't know where I am, but it feels like I've just gone straight back there like that. It feels just straight line, one line. Now, if you do that, if you take the club back like that, with no wrist cock, I promise you, you'll never bring it down with no wrist cock. As you come down, the inertia of the club and just the normal verticalization of the action of the golf swing will cock your wrist. It's an automatic cocking motion. Let me show you. I haven't hit a ball today, guys. Been in the gym all morning, and I'll be lucky to hit the ball. I've done PBs the last 3 days on some lifting. I'm lifting more now than I lifted when I was 30, which is ridiculous. But it's here. I'm no stronger bodily, but I'm much stronger here. But I'm really tight. Excuses, JH. But watch this, guys. Watch. Now, I've been thinking about this coming over in the car, but I haven't hit a ball to try. But what I'm going to do, instead of conventionally going here, I'm just going to try and straight line. I'm going to try and keep everything in a dead straight line. Wow. Wow. Now, what's interesting there, guys, is now I clearly wouldn't have looked like that, but I felt like that. And I certainly felt that on the downswing. I felt the big paintbrush on the downswing there, guys. Whew. So the principle works. The more we can actually feel in the backswing that we're not doing anything. This is all welded. We're in a plaster cast, and we're doing this. Just a big, long, straight line arc. That was a great shot. I'll turn around a little bit here, because there's an out of bounds fence there, and that just went straight over the... I normally don't get to it. It just cleared it. So here we are. So I'm going to just straight line it on the backswing. Wow. And I'm clearly not doing what I'm physically trying to suggest that we do. I know I'm not doing that, but I don't feel that I've got any voluntary wrist cocking going on in the backswing. And my trail leg is straight, guys. Straight. That's pumping time. Whew. I'm stiff. Oh boy, am I stiff. Turn around a bit more. Just going to do that. No wrist cock. Actually, I feel like I'm pushing down with my trail hand, guys. Pushing down to keep that club in a straight line. We're talking about PBs. That's a PB with a 5-iron since I've been on Channel Lock. That's the strongest 5-iron that I've hit. The height you get is unbelievable. For anybody who's having trouble with height, don't cock your wrists on the backswing. Just feel like there's no wrist cock. Feel like you're doing that, and by doing that, you'll get that. which just gives you, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm getting such a launch on the ball. Amazing launch on the ball. Okay, and that trail leg is straight, guys. Feels great. Oh, it feels ungainly and unwieldy. Feels really stiff and stilted and everything. But every one of those has been in the middle of the club. And none of them are timed because I don't have a timing sequence for this particular golf swing yet. I don't have one because I haven't done it before. So I haven't built a timing sequence. I just don't know what it is. I'll turn around even more here because that's still going over the fence. Straight leg, just straight back here, guys. You get so much download. It's fantastic. Really is super. Now it feels like it's going here and here. But if it was doing that, the ball would be going there. The ball's going there. Feels great. Over in the cow paddock, guys, has been mowed here for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Turn around a bit more. Okay, look at this guy, straight trail leg, very Mo Normanish, almost single action-ish. Got my arms a little bit further away from the body. You can do that if you want to. My preference is here because I want it here, but I find that I can have my arms further away with this straight line effect. Now that might help some of you that have trouble with having the arm in. Well, it don't get any better than that, guys. I mean, that's just crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Now, if I took that on the golf course and I could repeat that, I would have to readjust my distances. That's a club, full club longer. Full club. That is like the wind is ripping across here and that's just held its line. I'll turn around at a lot different angle. Straight leg. Look at this, guys, look, and the club's, gee, that's long. Long for me. And look, the club's still in the middle of the body. That is really long. That probably looks nothing like what I'm advocating. I'm feeling like this. That's what I'm feeling. Feeling like that. That's the feel. We know the feel's not real. But that is just, that tree up there today is not reachable with this knockdown wind. That's landed right at the base of it. Just not, it's not on today. Straight leg, arms a bit further away from the body. Okay, you know what happened there? I mean, it's a good shot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the shot, but I fell off balance, and I was off balance. You know why? Because there was no vertical, that's a good thing. If you can miss it, it goes 2 yards to the right. But it felt ungainly. The weight goes straight down. You've got to get it into that heel, guys, and I just haven't been thinking about that in the protocol because I've been thinking about this new addition to the protocol. So the weight has still got to go vertically down. It's still a good hit. Okay, so keep that foot down, JH. Like that. Look at this, guy. Look at this. Wow. Ooh. Okay, this is just options, alternatives. If you want to have your arms a bit further away from your body, a la Mo, straight line it, you can. You want to have that trail leg straight as opposed to there. You can. But the main thing is, we try and do that. You'll have to work on your aim because the attack becomes really into out. You're probably going to have to aim a little bit further left, but that's just trial and error, guys. That's nothing. Look how straight my leg is. Look, I've got my arms away from my body. And guys, with this into out, you've very much got that attack on the ball. I'm just thinking about focus hitting the golf ball. Not worried about the target. The target's been taken care of in my alignment. Once I've aligned, I have no more thought about the target, none. Don't want to think about the target. Once I'm aligned, I've done my job. I don't want to have a thought about the target come into my mind that I can't influence. The only way I could influence, if I had thinking about target, I'd be changing my alignment. I don't want to do that. Okay, these angles will look a bit funny on the camera, but I just don't want to hit the ball over the fence. Straight leg, straight line at Jade. Woo. What that camera's like. You see that ball flight, guys? That's just so high and so straight. Get over here a little bit and you might be able to see it. It's great. I don't know what it's like in terms of visuals. Might just go this over here a little bit further. Might be too far out of camera here, but well, let's have a look at it. You can see that ball flight. Well, none of those shots, I mean, they don't move, guys. They just don't move. There's a lot of wind here. Okay, I know, Jay, you're not doing what you say you're doing. I'm probably not to the physical applicational point of suggestion, but what I am is I have 100% commitment to feeling like I'm doing that. My intention is 100% strong. 100% strong. And what's interesting there, guys, is that the hit is not gougy. It's just not a gougy hit. Straight leg. That's a bullet. Okay, trail foot's coming up a little bit, and I tell you why it's coming up a little bit. Because there's more velocity on the shot than I normally have. That's why the trail foot's coming up a bit. It's pulling me up. I have to probably give another 20% commitment and exertion in the vertical down here. So what's the change? Well, I'm normally here, connected. Here I'm not. I've got it out here. I've normally got that trail leg bent. I haven't. I've got it straight. And I normally take the club in here and feel a cock up here. Well, there's no cock. I feel like I'm just doing that, pushing it there, like that. That's the feeling. That's not happening in reality. But there is something significant. Even if the change, if the intention is 100%, and even if I get 5% actual change, that's enough to create that effect, because the resultant here is fantastic, absolutely extraordinary. Turn around a little bit more. Might hit one over the camera here, guys, so you can see where the where the ball goes, where the club goes. So my arms are further away. And that's right over the camera. And it's almost right over the freeway. I can't get to the freeway, not with the phone on. About 230 out there, maybe 240. And that's dead into the... Oh no, that's actually a little bit downwind there because the wind's coming across here. It's coming into us here, yeah. See that, guys? Hit another one of those. Arm is extended. Trail leg is extended. It was fantastic. Well, I will just do a little one now in normal time, as we would if we were going to apply this in a golf swing. And with everything, guys, my pre-shot is that I always take the grip in the lead hand, put the trail hand on, come in here, and particularly with trainer lock, put that trail foot down. I don't want to move it then. Just get here, trail leg, and I'm just going to straight line it. Wow. And I'm back here. I love that. Woo. Woo. Love that. Now guys, you know, there's a lot of stuff about the Kill Bill out of thing where get over here and kill the ball for a while. Kill the club for a while. That'll help a lot of people. I don't need to do it because I don't have a lot of trouble. That never affects my tempo. My tempo is always the same, even if I do fiddle up, do a little bit of finger dancing. So it's not, I don't need it. I advocated that for people that have a little bit of trouble with the consistency of pace and tempo in their backswing. So here we are. Straight line it, JH. Wow. And I've actually got a little bit of this. It's very hard on these muffled microphones, the wind socks on them, to hear any contact, and with the grass, but that's really good contact. And that's just centre cut. And see, there's no gouges. I'm not gouging anything. Okay, so you put a really good one on it, Jash. That's the best one. Wow! Okay, the wind's across here, so I'm hitting it on the beam of the wind. So it's just picking it up and taking it. But it's just fantastic. Try a couple of different angles to give you just a look at it, guys. Just, you know, just try this. This will be a different angle for you. Wow! See, I can't reach that. Wouldn't have thought I'd get anywhere near that tree today, and that's only about 5 yards short of it. And these are range balls, beat up old range balls. Makes a difference when you centre cut it, boys and girls. All right, last shot. Just try and get dead square onto the camera. Straighten the legs, a la Mo. Almost a. This is almost like Mo meets channel lock. We call it a Moloch because we've got extended arms, got extended legs. Only difference is that Mo very much cocks the club straight off the ball. Essentially, he actually said that that's what he feels like in his golf swing. He goes like that. That's his throwback. We've got no throwback in this, but we've got a lot of other things that you might want to incorporate. See, if you did a Mo Norman swing, digressing, say we're going to do a Mo Norman swing, you could do the same. You could have no wrist cock. That was a good shot. For the guys doing Mo Norman, you could do that, guys. You don't need to have it narrow on the backswing. You don't need to. At least I haven't lost Mo. Yeah, so that's different to normal Mo. I mean normal Mo is really cocks it in here close, but that's a lot of extension, and with the normal Mo ball position. That's a beautiful shot, that. Woo. Yeah, so for guys that are doing mow, there are a couple of variations. You can have this long straight line even with mow. So for mow, we'll have a Moloch. Moloch would be back ball position, mow single axis, arms away from the body, and the variation would be no wrist cock. Just straight line it. Wow. Well, maybe it ends up being a Moloch. Guys, the swing is in evolution phasing. I told you, it would evolve. And I'm just finding things to add to it. And when I get everything together, the package will be a full package. Okay, last shot. It's getting a very long video, Jays. Let's hit a perfect one to finish. Now, I haven't missed a shot, guys, and I never had any warm-ups. Haven't missed a shot. Here we go. Straight line it, Jays. Okay, guys, just a couple of variations for us today. I think it's fantastic. I don't know what to say about it today, so the presentation has probably been awful and lacking content because I just thought about it driving over here. And it only came out of a conversation I had with a buddy of mine about JB Holmes last night. Why he's so long, and we were talking about arc, the maximum arc and the little arc. Yeah, so guys, I'll get better. I mean, probably over the weekend or something, I'll have a lot more content that I can add to this so that we can have a really straight line feeling so that the club goes here and we only get our any type of wrist cock when we change direction. But we've got no intention that we want to fold the arm or cock the wrist in the backswing. It's all just straight line. And extended, everything extended in a straight line. Club and everything staying in line with the arms as long as it possibly can before it changes direction. Okay guys, I'll do a little bit more over the weekend.